frosted, you don't have to cut it up in 1-inch squares. Just tear a piece apart like this. You know, you just tear it up so it's in globs, as Rob said.
Little lumps.
Lumps, and then we'll make it come back together when we put it in hot salted water. Alright, so once you've cooked it, which we'll do in a minute, you want to put it in an ice bath to cool it off quickly, but not too long. But again, we'll see, we use a lot of salt. So, I'm making more than usual. So I'll do this. And then we'll take a bunch of salt, which I don't measure, but...
And this is cool water?
Yeah, just
regular,
tap water.
right?
I brought this salt from home. It's a little lumpy. And, yeah, just... Again, what you'll see, next part, you want to make it like seawater.
Okay. And
So
then
it
you're gonna put ice in that?
I'm going to put ice in it.
Okay.
So you can turn it off for now.
So we're just prepping and put that aside.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. All right. We'll see you next clip.
So, I just do this. Of course, this is all humid for my house. But, yeah, you want it salty.
Looks like at least 1/8 of a cup, probably a quarter for what, 2 gallon and a half of water, give or take.
And then I stir it and make sure it melts. And I'm using the utensils that you have.
Does anything bad happen if you put too much salt in it?
Gets too salty.
Good answer. Good answer. No,
I don't think that's
excellent.
salty enough, so I'm gonna
Okay. So
add a little bit more.
Yep. Seawater, salty.
I had a friend of mine, Monique, try it. She's like, "Oh, you can't have that much salt." She said the mozzarella had no flavor. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It helps give it flavor and bind it together. It's the
I gotcha.
whole combination of water and stuff. So once that's dissolved, what I do, and this water, I'm going to turn it off, and I'll probably have to turn it back on.
And we're guessing so if you at home have a thermometer, this is between 170 and 180
No,
degrees.
I think that's hotter than what I do.
Okay. So 160 probably.
Yeah.
Which is about as hot as a hot water heater will do. Like you can barely hold your finger in there for
Yeah, that's it.
like a second, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, 160 degrees we'll call it.
So then I set a colander. You don't have to have a colander, but I find it easier to keep it together. And this colander is bigger than I thought.
That's what I thought.
Oh! So what I'm going to do is do this. The point is, or I'll do this.
And just pour it out in the colander right
Yeah.
there. Right.
I have a little one I sit on the edge because I'm usually not doing this much. But the point is to get it to the... I turned off the heat.
It's okay. I'm just getting the water off because
Yeah,
it'll keep
sorry
doing
about
that forever. It's okay.
Is you want them to come together. See, they all... And it's so much easier in a colander, but... And if it's too hot, they just melt and end up being slurp. Or it will melt through a colander, but see how it comes together?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're looking for. There may be a few stray pieces, but you want to get it together. And watch, like this water's pretty hot, so see how they're...
Yeah. Getting
if it's too
goopy.
hot, they'll just melt through.
Mm-hmm. But as long as they're all the same temperature, once you pour it in the colander, you can push all that stuff together anyway, right?
Easier,
So,
yeah. But now it's all... See, that's almost ready.
Okay. So that is the texture you're looking for?
Yeah, you don't want hard globs. Like
Right.
there's some globs, but they're not hard. So this was actually pretty warm water. I've done it slower, especially if I have people over and I'm not paying attention. I might put it on a little lower
Okay.
temperature. But look, that.
So pull
You
it
watch.
until it breaks, just so people have a reference.
Yeah, see, even this little glob
Yeah.
does. Oh, see how it went through the spoon?
Too
I
hot?
really don't want that. Well, if you get it too hot, that's what's going to happen in your colander.
All right. So we want to put the colander in the flat and then pour this into the colander, right?
No.
What are you going to do with it? Why wouldn't you pull it in the colander?
Because I may need to dip it back in.
Oh, you
So
want
I
to save the water.
Because you're stronger, to put that in the sink.
Alright, and you're going to scoop that shit out and put it in.
You can pour some of the water down, because that's a lot of water. What I usually do is put some Dawn, because I have a septic tank, in the drain first and run some hot water. And then...
You're not looking at that at all.
No.
Alright, look at that.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to take this and put it in the colander, right?
You can. Yeah. What I would usually do would be in the colander.
Well, we're not doing that, so
No, but I don't want to get rid of that water yet.
I know, I'm just making sure I get all the little blobs, because it'll just
Michael, this is going to be
get
humorous.
into the blob, right?
That's enough. Hold it.
What?
Hold it. I need... So now...
Burn your hand. Go ahead.
No, where's my bowl of cold water?
It's right here.
I need it.
Well, I don't have a fucking four-section sink.
I need to
Sorry.
cool my hands, because I'm not... Sorry.
Okay.
Right? And then, when you take this out, see how it is? Sometimes it's not even as melted as this, but...
Like a limp ball of cheese.
This is where people do a certain thing to make it into a ball. But I like those onion layers, so I just stretch it until it starts getting a little tight.
No one knows what you're talking about.
No, you'll
What's
see.
an onion layer?
You'll see how it is now.
We're talking about people that don't know anything about mozzarella. What's an onion layer mean? I don't know what that
When
means.
you open an onion,
Yeah.
it has little layers.
Right.
See, when I look at this blob, there's no layers. As I'm stretching it, look what happens. See how the layers kind of create?
Sort of.
Well, that's how I describe it.
I know. I'm just not sure what you mean.
We're going to become famous as the couple that does the instructional videos. See that?
That's better than what I've been famous for before.
So you do this.
Okay.
And sometimes, when I haven't had the water quite as hot and not perfect, I'll dip it back in so I can stretch
Warm
it
it
more.
up a little bit, right? Okay.
I would say 8 or 9 times, but it really depends on what the tension you feel. See, I can't stretch it as far. But that's what I mean by like the onion layers. You start to see it change form.
I guess so, yeah.
Look at that. And that's, when you feel it, you'll see. Do you want to feel it?
Yeah, I guess. All right, so it's like...
How it's tougher to
Right, okay.
pull.
Okay,
And if
that's
I
enough, yeah.
put it together again.
Here.
Try and pull it one more time.
Lick my hand, it's all dirty.
No, here, pull it again now.
That's what she said.
Right? So it's tougher.
Not as much as a black rubber strap.
Okay.
So like a bungee cord, a pissant bungee cord kind of pull.
So I just kind of twist
I'm just
it.
trying to make it what people would understand. Yeah.
I twist it just because it's easier.
Okay.
And then I tie it in a big knot. Mm-hmm. And tuck it in.
That knot's gonna hold.
It does.
You need a double square knot.
Yeah. Right.
Triple half hitch.
At that point, people do it differently when they make it in a ball. But I do this. Mm-hmm. It's easy. It gets a texture. And then I just put it to cool off in the ice bath.
Okay.
For a few minutes, you can turn it off now.
Okay, so how long? 5?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna leave this in cold ice bath for 5 minutes.
You still want it kind of warm when you take it out. You don't want it hard. But you want to stop it from cooking and stuff.
Okay, so
now we got to cook the rest of it.
We're gonna stop for 4 minutes, and we'll catch up later.
On the cutting board.
Yeah.
And fold them up. Mm-hmm. Oh well. And, you know, it's chilled.
Yeah.
And it held together. Maybe it's not as beautiful as I'd like it to look, but...
Oh, yeah, that's butt ugly. There's no way I'm eating that.
And then I usually just get a little bit of the moisture out.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't leave it in there long or else the paper towel will stick to it.
Can you just use a regular cloth if you...
There's
asking.
time
Yeah.
I've been out,
Okay.
but you don't want something with the lint or something, obviously.
Right, but like that towel we just put over the lamp.
Yeah, if I have a clean towel. I don't use a lot of paper towels, but for cooking bacon and doing this, and then, you know, I could go sit and
Focus.
I may not eat it right away, but if you taste it right away,
By the way, it was in the cold water about 10 minutes. Go ahead.
which didn't have a lot of ice, so it
Right.
really depends on. I mean, you could just stick it in there for a minute, and
So,
it will be warm.
it's like-
milkier,
It's not fridge cool, right? It's
God,
like
no.
just still like
and the
kind of
middle will
warm.
be a little warmer. But here, taste this.
Yuck. I'm gonna eat the rest of this so nobody else has to suffer through it.
And you taste the salt.
Oh.
And I don't always get the salt perfect.
Hey, really fucked this one up.
Sometimes you have to, you know, let it. I'll put some more salt on it once we do the whole cut up thing.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And then I just loosely
So
lay this while I.
And let it rest a while.
It doesn't have to. You could eat it right now, but we're gonna go have some wine and sit. So
Awesome. Should do a video on
Then
how to,
we'll do
how
the
to,
next
how to
batch.
drink wine. We should do that video.
we could do that easily. How to relax.
Experts.
Yeah.